what's going on. But I got y'all boy with me today. Got Mason. I got Mason with me today. It's about to rain. We getting out here kind of late, but heard Gervonta. If it rain, we'll finish it. We'll finish the stream out at the inside the crib. So Mason already getting tangled up. So I ain't used to walking two dogs no more. Hold on, Mason. Should have brought his harness. But yeah, word is Gervonta gonna fight Rayo or Jose Venezuela. Um, that's the good word. Um, Robert Garcia said there was no negotiations between Rayo and Gervonta Davis. Um, he the trainer, so maybe he know, he don't know. Maybe they was told to keep it under wraps. Also, we're gonna talk about Turki Alalshikh's $20 pay-per-view, and then after this, I'm gonna go live from the desktop NFL preview show. So all motion, no slow motion this way. So um, they be killing the game on Uber Eats and DoorDash though. But but yeah, we can start off with Gervonta and Rayo, and yeah, I mean, double tap screen to like the video. As far as that fight, man, I mean, it's the best possible fight that can be made. Obviously, Gervonta Davis is going for a third actual world title because we don't count the Reggie belt. So he got a IBF at 130. Yeah, was it 130? Yeah, he got the real WBA at 135 right now, and now he going for the real 140-pound Super WBA. So obviously, the plan was to probably rematch Pitbull Cruz. Um, you know, him and Lomachenko. They tried to fight. I don't know. Will they attempt to fight again? I can't call it, but I like Gervonta and Rayo. Obviously, Rayo can't fight Gervonta like he fought Pitbull Cruz. Gervonta ain't gonna be as aggressive as Pitbull Cruz. He more calculated. He take his time, and I think Rayo being a taller fighter, I think that make it easier for Gervonta Davis. That's what I think. I think Rayo being taller make it easier for Gervonta. I think what you see from Gervonta is that he's probably gonna break Rayo down with the stab jab to the body and catch him over the top. Now Rayo defense cleaned up a lot better under Robert Garcia. I mean, obviously Robert Garcia is the creme de la creme. He the cream of the crop when it comes to some trainers or whatever out here. So, but I think Rayo, if he can, let's just talk about the fight, not get into the schematics of the fight. If Rayo is going, the fight, I like the fight. Obviously, I don't think it's a pay-per-view fight. I like Rayo's Venezuela. He got a bad rap when he got knocked out by Edwin De Los Santos. And we know that type of stuff happened. I think he came in overlooking Edwin De Los Santos. I think he thought it was sweet. Late replacement. The PBC got a lot of their prospects. They got a lot of their prospects knocked out. With late replacements of recent. So, in that whole situation, I think, his Jose Benavidez Sr., which was his daddy at the time, told him that, kind of told the crowd that he wasn't taking boxing serious. So he held his fighter accountable. And quite frankly, Rayo feel like he needed to make a switch to Robert Garcia, better sparring, and kind of being a distraction for some dudes. When you're training in Vegas and shit, it's a lot of shit to get into. Drugs, hookers, and gambling. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit to get into when you're in Vegas. So, but, going to Oxnard, I mean, usually, I don't think you can find no better training outside of Las Vegas than Oxnard. You might not be able to get the slick black fighters in there as much as you want to, but if you getting ready to fight a Mexican like Isaac Cruz, there really ain't no better gym to fight in. He sparred with Oscar Durack, stuff of that nature, but then you got to ask yourself, who they gonna bring in for him to get ready for Tank? Everybody put an emphasis on height. Everybody put an emphasis on reach. Um, you know, that's where everybody emphasis go. Like that's an advantage. But if you don't really know how to use that advantage, I don't really consider that an advantage. So to be honest, Rayo was real humble. He said his parents came over as immigrants, they were poor. But really, that's a hard sell when a lot of people was hyped up for a Lomachenko fight. And then y'all hyped it up even higher with a Shakur Stevenson fight. And obviously Devin Haney lost. Ryan Garcia, well, he didn't lose, but we know what happened. Ryan Garcia, the drug test. So really, when you start thinking about the opponents who left, who is he going to fight left? Could he have offered Williams Zepeda? I mean, obviously, that's a good stylistic fight. But as far as, a top fight out there, if he wasn't going to fight Teofimo Lopez, if he wasn't going to fight Teofimo Lopez, I don't see another top fight being out there really for him. Gary Russell, long gone. Liam Paro, he wouldn't go for undisputed to Australia for George Camboso, so Paro don't make no sense. Sabril Matias, he left, he lost. Regis and Catterall, they fighting each other October 26th. That still don't make no sense. So really, when you going through the Rolodex of fights, I mean, the only fight I really can see probably being better than Rayo that was realistic is he fought Blair Cobb and got Broner's revenge. If he fought Blair Cobb and got Broner's revenge, that's the only thing I see kind of like, being able to sell it. Because Blair Cobb gonna talk. Blair Cobb bigger, stronger than Adrian Broner. So, when you factor that in, he got a mouthpiece and maybe, saving Broner outside of fighting Floyd Mayweather himself. Unless he was gonna fight Floyd, But, nonetheless, I mean, really, what else y'all want Gervonta Tank Davis to do? I heard 3 people behind the scenes said this is the fight that is gonna happen next. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I think it's a good fight. If I had a skill, upset skill, I get Rayo. Oh, sit. No, she alright. They ain't gonna do nothing. Stay. Yeah, my bad. A little girl ran up on the dogs, so my fault. So I had to make sure, kids be running up, and sometimes they'll startle them. But that's my fault. Uh, but yeah, but on the other, um, I say he got slightly more than a puncher's chance. That'll be my hypothesis on it. Slightly more than a puncher's chance. Slightly more than a puncher's chance. That's where I'm sitting at it with that. So, in order for he just fighting another Spanish fighter. Now, let's see if Calvin Ford keep that same energy. Double tap the screen and like the video. Let's see if Calvin Ford keep that same energy if this fight don't sell well, and we come back and say, well, Mexicans and blacks don't sell well. Will he say that? That's the $1 million question. Because he said that a black versus black fight those fights don't sell, and that's why Frank and Tank didn't sell. Now, is Rayo more known than Frank? I'm pretty much sure they're in the same category. They're in the same category. Obviously Rayo actually got a real world title, and it's starting to rain now. So I'm glad Miles used the bathroom. Mason used the bathroom. So we might have to hit the race back to the crib. But all the kids get out of school. I forgot they went back to school. But but yeah, Miles hate the rain. He hate water. Mason do too. Um, but yeah, on a serious note, I think it's a solid fight. It's not gonna do great pay-per-views. It won't do better pay-per-views than it'll probably do about the same as Frank Martin fight. That's probably what you're gonna get, to be honest, about the same. And at the end of the day, maybe they should increase the offer to Lomachenko a little bit more to entice him to get out there and sell his O. You know, or he don't got a O. Let Top Rank tell it he got a O. But yeah, maybe they should get out there and increase the offer. But this is what we gonna end up with. To be honest, I think if Rayo win this fight, Rayo gonna have to stay behind his jab, be aggressive with his jab, and I think he got to take chances early. When you fight Tank, and Rayo can punch. When you fight Tank, the number one thing is you got to make him uncomfortable. If you let Tank walk you down and be the bully, you got to and control the pace. You got to make Tank, you know, you got to make Tank fight at your pace. And you better set a good pace with Tank. And if you don't set a good pace with Tank, you allow Tank to dictate, when y'all engage, you allow Tank to dictate, you know, um, how fast y'all going, when you engage, and you just like Frank Martin, and you start running from Tank, and you believe the power before you taste the power, you ain't gonna beat him. Rayo got to step to him. Yeah, Rayo got to step to him with a jab. Rayo got to go out there looking to knock out Tank. He got the power, he got the reach. He got to walk the Tank. He got to walk the Tank with his reach, with his speed, with his power. And if he walk and he be aggressive, he might get clipped. He might get clipped early, But if you allow Tank, to go 6, 7 rounds at his own pace, even if you up come 8, 9, 10, you're gonna be tired from exerting energy, and Tank gonna just work the body. He gonna break Rayo down to the body with the jab. He gonna clip him upstairs about 9 or 10. So, you want to get your check early or later. By that time, most of the Tank opponents don't have no more mustard on they punches left. So you gotta ask yourself, Rayo is a big 135 pounder. Is Gervonta gonna drain him? Is he gonna make him weigh in again? That's the $1 million question. Is he gonna drain him and make him weigh in again? You know, So that's a great question. So I don't know, but for Rayo, you a champion, and you won your belt. You took it from a champion, so you should conduct yourself. I feel like he should conduct himself in negotiations as a champion, and come on, and not allow Benavidez. Not allow Tank Davis to get everything, and they be letting Tank get everything, and they get nothing. Not an extra penny, not an extra dollar, nothing. So at the end of the day, I'm a champion, and either you're going to give me some money for losing some weight or not being able to hydrate, or you're going to beat me straight up. But, most people, it's another fight that Tank won, that's Tank going to win. It might look a little bit like the Barrios fight when we talk about how it's going to go. Rayo showed he can move his head, be slick, but he got that narrow neck, no diddy, and his chin fly up a little bit. And versus Eastside Cruz can take advantage. Think about Tank. He can catch you looping. He can catch you straight. So with Eastside Cruz, guess what? I can keep my earmuffs on. You know what I'm saying? And catch what Eastside Cruz throwing. But with Tank Davis, I can't keep the earmuffs on because he can throw straight punches too. So I got to keep my head off the line, and I got to keep my worry about the looping shots coming around the guard. So that becomes a problem too for Rayo. In the Cruz fight, Rayo can just have a split guard and put the earmuffs on. You know what I'm saying? Because Eastside Cruz don't believe in throwing the jab. So, yeah, Eastside Cruz didn't believe in. Stop moving. Fight with Miles. You like, dog, I ain't even moving. You just slow. So, yeah, Eastside Cruz, gonna keep them ups on. I mean, Eastside Cruz, you can keep them ups on with him. He ain't gonna throw a straight right. He ain't gonna throw a jab. You know, just keep your hands up and roll them or slip them. You good. That's why he just jabbed him. He just worked. He wasn't looking to knock out Eastside Cruz. He was looking to score. He was looking to score. So Tank, to me, and I got love for Rayo, but Tank for me, that's an easy fight. Easy fight. Establish that stab jab to the body. Break him down to the body. Clip him upstairs. It's gonna look like the Barrios fight. I'm telling you. Rayo might be winning, or it might be close at the time of stoppage. And Tank Davis is gonna fight his own pace. You know, he gonna do what he wanna do. And then when Rayo, he start feeling Rayo punches dropping off in power, when he feel Rayo, when he feel Rayo, punch output going down, it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. He gonna step it up to another gear, and the reason he can step it up to another gear is because he able to be comfortable. Everybody believing, well, he a knockout puncher and he gonna knock me out, so let me be careful. And he walked Frank Martin down without throwing punches. He literally just postured Frank Martin. He literally just postured him. Literally. Literally. It was just walk you down. And Frank Martin was running before he landed a shot. So when you scared, you scared. Mark Nash, salute. Smoke weed, bro. No, I'm good. Philly has good work. Lots of different styles. Texas had good work too. Man, Vegas is the best work. Vegas is the best work. Yeah, double tap screen like the video. Rich homie Quan. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't speak on deaths no more, bro. So, rest in power. And if it's true, shout out to his family. He's putting fentanyl and all types of shit now. How you doing? Yeah, they putting fentanyl in all types of shit now. So, fentanyl, they putting it in weed, putting it in pills. I think it's in fake opiates and shit. So, yeah, that ain't really never been my thing, bro. Like drugs, like pills, drugs, stuff like that. That just ain't really never been my thing, bro. Like maybe some alcohol, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of these dudes getting strung out off pills, and they know they putting, what Kodak Black say? I know the perk was fake, but I'm a something, so I took it anyway. I'm like, what? Y'all knowing these drugs is fake and y'all still taking them, it's wild. It's wild. But rest in peace to him. You know, when I heard it, I thought it was another barbershop situation. If you know, you know. He said Tank lost to Pitbull. I don't think so. It was a good competitive fight. Yeah, it was a good competitive fight, but I wouldn't say he lost. CJ, there isn't a blueprint to beat Tank yet, because he ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody. That's why ain't no blueprint. I can tell you how to beat him, but you gotta possess qualities to beat him. Phone booth fighter, he needs to make Tank. Yeah, but if I'm Rayo, I'm making Tank reach. Real talk. If I'm Rayo, I'm walking to Tank with a stiff jab. No diddy. Yup, stiff jab. Yup. And I'm making him take chances. And when he coming on the inside to reach, I'm throwing the uppercut. Yup. Every time Tank come in my vicinity, jab. 1, 2. You know, I'm making him, and then after I establish that, then maybe I start moving and making him take some chances. But it's a tough fight though. I'll turn the money down and not cut the extra weight. I mean, you could do that. Yeah. He probably even offered him no extra money to cut the weight. That's the crazy thing about it. He ain't even offered him no extra money. It's take it or leave it. A lot of them offers take it or leave it. So he ain't even offered him no extra money. Hold on real quick. Mason all out of breath and shit. They did walk twice. A long walk this morning. I went back to the hood, picked up Mason. Hold on, I can't even get this shit off my hand. Give me 1 minute. This was miles old leash and shit. Hold on. There we go. Got that shit off my hand finally. But yeah, these ain't even supposed to go in the house. I don't even care. But yeah, with Rayo, my bad, y'all. But yeah, with Rayo, yeah, it's just stiff jab. Walk to him with the jab. But Tank is just a better fighter. Hand speed, foot speed. You know, it's gonna be tough to beat Tank. But, you know, most of them guys got power. You got power. A lot of them dudes, they come in with a predetermined mind that you gonna hurt me. So, he said Rayo needs to throw a hard jab. I agree, neutral, natural. Dillinger, salute. Straight left, yep. But they say that fight next. That's the word on the boxing street behind the scenes, that they doing that fight next. So, I mean, I ain't got no issue with it. I mean, it's the best fight available for him. You know, do y'all think the Lomachenko fight is a name fight, and I think Lomachenko is a better style for Tank than Rayo. Lomachenko, I don't know. Maybe Lomachenko give Tank a run for his money. You know, because Lomachenko like to come forward, and he can't box on the back foot for nothing. You know, he can't box on the back foot for nothing. So maybe Lomachenko would be forced to, turn into a beast and fight and Tank. So I mean, it's a fight I still would like to see. You know, I know a lot of y'all still want to see. Hold on, a lot of y'all still want to see it. Nonetheless, it may or may not happen. Tank is probably gonna fight Rayo when, as they say, November, T-Mobile Arena, November 2nd, the first Saturday. I think he turns 30 later that month. Yeah, he turned 30 later that month. Yep, 6 days later, November 7th. So, yep, November 7th. So, yep, 6 days later. So, 30 years old, his best win on his resume probably still going to be Jose Pedraza. I know it's more lucrative win with Ryan Garcia, but, I mean, if you want to say that's the best guy he fought, I mean, go ahead. You know, but a resume with Isaac Cruz, Jose Pedraza, Mario Barrios, Rolando Rolly Romero, Hector Luis Garcia, Ryan Garcia, Frank Martin at 30. I mean, it's time to step it up. Yeah, that's messed up about Rich Homie Klein. Everybody blaming Crawford for retirement. I mean, shit. What else they want Crawford to do? I mean, it sound like Eddie want him to retire. Eddie really don't want Jerron Ennis in there in the trenches with that man. Let's be real. He don't really want that dude in the trenches with him. And we all know it. You know, Eddie Hearn out here without Turki Alalshikh, he ain't got no real money. He couldn't even give Brian Norman $500K. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't even give him $500K. So, what are we talking about? Seriously? But as far as that fight, you know, good word on the street tells me that that's next. Also heard that Floyd got some lucrative offers out here to fight. Floyd got some lucrative offers out here to fight some exhibitions versus some fighters that y'all want to see him fight. But I don't know if y'all gonna get opportunity to see that. But the boxing front kind of cold. But I think it's gonna move after next Saturday, you're gonna hear a lot about Crawford, Fondor, Canelo. David Morale is actually fighting in December 21st at the Minneapolis Armory. So a lot of people was going around with Tank and Manny Pacquiao rumor. I told y'all that wasn't real. So yeah, Dave Morale might close out the year for PBC. Also in December, possibly Fondora, Spence, and or Manny Pacquiao and Barrios. Um, so yeah, you hearing a bunch of different names out here. Um, so it's usually towards the end of the fall, going into the winter, it starts to heat up a little bit. So, um, but yeah, this is gonna be November 2nd. They supposed to have some free cards in there as well too. So Morale will be a free card, obviously from the Armory. Didn't look good his last fight. And one thing about Al Heyman, I don't know if it's the relationship with Luis the Cubis. One thing about him, he keep Dave Morale active. You know, he keeps Dave Morale hella active. Um, so we gotta say that he keeps Dave Morale super duper active. So shout out to them for that. What up with Mini Kevin Durant? I'm out here looking rough, huh? I got my haircut for sure. Loma said he was tired when he went to Vegas to try to start some shit with Shakur. Now they ducking each other. Yeah, boxing's weird. Jay Thomas. Yeah, he tired. He tired. He is old. Had over 400 amateur fights. So, um, you know, that we can actually say he's an older fighter. So, but other than that, let me see what else. But what else we got out here? So yeah, Turki Alalshikh said he want to do $20 pay-per-view. So that's starting off with Anthony Joshua and uh Dame Du Bois. It's $20. I'm guessing that probably worldwide, which I don't think most Americans is gonna buy, but I like it. I mean, I don't know if he watched my channel and he heard me say that boxing has to be accessible. Double tap the screen and like the video. Boxing has to be accessible for it to go to the next level. So that's one thing he got to understand. Like we got to be able to see this. Fans got to be able to see this for the free ball. And $20, I just feel like $20 is nothing. If I spend $20 on Bevel, Better Be or Shakur Cordina, whatever the main event is, in the grand scheme of things, that's really nothing. That's really nothing. So shout out to Ranji in the Cash App. I see it this time, player. I'm at home sitting because it's. I thought it was about to pour down. We could have stayed out there a little longer. Appreciate the 10 bar, bro. Want to support the channel? Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Best way to do it. Join the Patreon. It's a great way to donate $10 to $15 a month. I am going to do the Floyd Schofield breakdown. Should be up in the morning or sometime in the afternoon tomorrow. So I'm going to break down some fights. I might break down Berlanga and Canelo just for fun on there. But yeah, man, Turki Alalshikh talking about the 20 ball or whatever. That's doable. 20 ain't nothing. $20 a new $5 bill in America. I don't know how far 20 can stretch. They is out here. They out here. Finessing the Americans, man. At one point, we all gonna have to live under the same. Most of us gonna have 3 generations gonna have to live in the same house again. You still got that in the South, but when you go up east or you go up north, you ain't got that no more. We going to start, getting 4 or 5 bedroom houses again, and just to get by. And that might be what the doctor ordered. That might be what the doctor ordered for us to get back together. We might all have to work with each other. Yeah, we all might have to work with each other. We all might have to work to each other, get each other to stay afloat. Then, you got a lot of people staying at a Walmart, sleep in the Walmart parking lot because Walmart allow you to sleep in the parking lot now. So you got a lot of people sleeping in Walmart parking lot. So yeah, it's getting nasty out here, low key, but nonetheless. But Turkey Alalshikh is Turkey Alalshikh is $20 pay-per-views, and that's what he wanted to do. Now, will Al Heyman matches fly? Absolutely not. Double tap the screen and like the video. Appreciate it. Al Heyman might go up $20 extra in pay-per-views. Might be $110 on PBC now. But yeah, $20. I mean that's a good compromise. Most of these fights should be accessible. They should be on NBC. And if you ain't heard, Ben Whitaker is bringing back the UK silver medalist that do all that playing around the ring. He supposed to be bringing back NBC boxing live from the United States. So he supposed to be coming to the USA and fight on NBC, regular NBC, if he get past his next opponent, which his next opponent did get popped for Pez, but he not that good at all. So you could see Ben Whitaker if he win on the Bevel and Better BF card on NBC, headlining the card on NBC in America. So shout out to Ben Salam. The NBC is trying to be that one-stop hub for boxing, so you might see some Turkey Alalshikh cards on NBC, and that's really gonna get it popping if we can see a good amount of cards on a good quality cards on NBC again. So yeah, not NBC Sports, they say NBC Linear. So not Peacock. You're gonna see these brothers, throwing down on regular NBC. So and Ben Whitaker, flashy guy. Training with Emmanuel Stewart's nephew in Sugar Hill. I got an interview on the channel with him. So yeah, $20 can change the game. $20, I think everybody would be. That's a fair deal, and everybody will want to would pitch in and be no excuses for us not to pay $20. I mean, $90. I mean, it's just like the quality of service and the quality of products and food you get in America. The quality went down. The Big Mac in the 80s, was fantastic, and they was charging half the price they charging now for a Big Mac. Real talk, they charging half the price they charging now for a Big Mac. So think about that for a minute. So that just let you know about the quality of food that's out there. It's just the quality of products. They charging extra money, and it's not the same quality. And I was Myra sent me an article today talking about the U.S. is running out of soil. A lot of the places is running out of soil, and at the end of the day, it seems like we may be living in the end of times, bro. So a lot of people believe money is gonna be obsolete. There ain't gonna be no money. Currency is probably gonna be gold. So a lot of people that invest into gold, they might be up. They might be up, but nonetheless, yeah, it's hard out here. So when it's hard out here, a lot of these people cut back on luxurious things like boxing pay-per-views or going out to eat. That's the first things that they end up that's non-essential. Vacations, taking flights. You know what I'm saying? Those are the main things that that become obsolete. They want to control you with the digital currency. Yeah, that's true. Where they can track everything you do. That's when they start, saying they gonna tax people, make you pay taxes on your Cash App. Now the Democrats talking about they want you to pay taxes on your tips. Now they want to tax your tips. Okay, if I'm a server, I make $4 or $5 an hour, and I'm supposed to live off my tips. Now you're gonna tax my tips too? Like, it's just getting out of control. At some point, we gonna have enough. But at least somebody thinking about inflation. And Turkey Alalshikh and the dude that run them Arizona iced teas. Like, damn, they ain't gonna be happy till we tear this motherfucker up. That's when they gonna be happy to. But enjoy your life while you can enjoy it right now. That's what I tell you, because it ain't gonna matter if you stack some bread after a while. Money is not gonna be nothing. It's gonna be gold. It's gonna be digital. They want to track everything that you do. So yeah, enjoy life now, bro. Yeah, enjoy life now. That's what I would say. Enjoy life now, man. But $20 pay-per-view, I don't really think it's no. I don't think it's really no. I don't really think it's no excuses for us not to go out there and spend on a $20 pay-per-view. But yeah, he making the proper adjustments as you go. It's not gonna be perfect, and we all know that. Yeah, it's not gonna be perfect. and he making the proper adjustments. And a lot of these dudes just don't want to play ball. They don't want to play ball, and it's really nothing that you can do if they don't want to play ball. But create competition. And the UFC, they out there struggling. They still got 3,000 tickets unsold. And that's unaccustomed for them. But a lot of them tickets started off at $3,000 or $2,000, dropped under $1,000 because it's expensive to allow something. It's expensive to run that Spear shit. All them LED lights. The Spear lost money his first year of running. Don't forget, YouTube, when they bought the Sunday ticket, they lost money the first year they lost the Sunday ticket. They lost a bunch of money. They lost a bunch of money. They lost absolutely a bunch of money out here. So it's good to see him cut back and get quality. I mean, the boys and Joshua in the UK, I seen them have a little fake beef, and Dan the boys learned to cuss, and now he going overboard with cussing and stuff, and he's starting to show a little bit of his personality and get comfortable. But we all know he got zero chance of beating Anthony Joshua. We do know that. Come on. Come on. We do know that. He got zero chance of beating Anthony Joshua. He got zero chance. He got zero chance of beating Anthony Joshua. Come on. So, that dude got zero chance, but they trying to sell the fight. It's a big British fight. He going around talking about, I feel like I should be world champion. No, the fuck you ain't. You didn't win the title. This title was just, this title was just, they took the title from Usyk. Usyk willingly gave it up to him, but yeah, Usyk's the champ. Yeah, he the champ. Yeah, Usyk's the champ. But we know how that go. But yeah, Turki Alalshikh hopefully make these dudes step it up. Rayo and Tank, that should be a free fight. Tank ain't fought one pay-per-view fight outside of Ryan Garcia, and his numbers reflected. Real talk, his numbers reflected. He ain't fought one. So if these dudes want to get paid like pay-per-view stars, they got to give us pay-per-view fights. They got to give you something that pay-per-view people want to pay for. People will easily shove out $100 for something that they want. They shovel out $1,000. You got, people finding ways to go on cruises and trips, and they claim they broke. You know what I'm saying? You got people finding ways to go on cruises and trips, bro. Ain't got no job. They going on the best cruises. They find a way to get to the Cayman Islands and get to the Bahamas and get across. You like, damn, that motherfucker owe me $100, and he's motherfucker in Dubai. This motherfucker in California. You know what I'm saying? So people find ways to hustle all day. People find ways to hustle all day. So, but other than that, man, y'all got any other questions, I'll answer them. But I stay on for a couple more minutes. But double tap the screen and like the video. But yeah, $20 pay-per-view. Sign me up. Sign me up. I buy them all. I used to buy when they was at 50. I used to buy a hell of Mayweather pay-per-views. I remember my friend mother bought Chad Dawson versus Bernard Hopkins, the first fight where it was over in the first round, and Bernard faked like his shoulder was injured or some shit like that because he didn't really want to fight. He really didn't want to fight Chad Dawson. My shoulder. I streamed that shit. Right on my computer to my flash screen. Back when you used to have the computer hooked up to the flash screen before they had smart TVs and shit. Hell yeah, I streamed that right to the motherfucking flash screen. Absolutely. But yeah, Turkey, man. I mean, shit, he doing his thing. They say Al Heyman back, so he can be going to Discover. Was it Warner Brothers Discovery? So that's the HBO family of networks, Discovery Channel, HBO Max. I doubt it. He just don't have nothing to offer. The other year, he let the Top Rank a few years ago sign all the Olympic athletes. All right, remember that? They signed the whole men's Olympic team. Now, the top Olympic fighter out of this class, you know what I'm saying? Out of this class, I think, I don't know who gonna sign him, honestly, but it don't look like it's gonna be him. It don't look like it's gonna be him. So, um, but but yeah, that's how you change the generation. You change the generation by changing with the youth. That's how you change the generation. That's how you change. That's how you build a sport or rebuild a sport. You rebuild it with kids. You know, that's why Fortnite's so big, and they came out with these digital bucks and all this type of stuff. You know, so whatever kids spend their money on, guess what? They gonna want to bring a friend. They got to bring their parents. You know what I'm saying? So, guess what? If I get a kid to come to, let's say I got a boys group or a girls group, and I get a kid to come, guess what? A chaperone got to bring a kid. So that's 2 tickets right there. Sometimes 3. Bring both parents. Sometimes he might have a sister. Sometimes he might have a friend. So every one kid that you account for, that you bring it into a sport, or you bring it into a venue, or you bring it into an event, you at least bring in 2 people because they got to have a chaperone. So you got to buy 2 tickets right then and there. So that's why you start off with the youth when you're trying to build something. That's why you start off with the youth. But yeah, also, man, I'm gonna speak on this too. I heard behind the scenes, y'all hearing this probably first, that Al Heyman is secretly using ProBox. So that's why you see Jared Hurd on there. What's the other brother you seen on there? Angelo Leo. I don't know. I don't think he with Al no more though, but or PBC, whatever. But you seeing Edwin Rosario and some other PBC fighters on there. MDT Sports Salute. They saying that Al Heyman is using ProBox, so he using ProBox for some of their dates. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget ProBox bought a boxing scene from Showtime, and they look like Andre Ward and all the smoke bought the Showtime boxing page. So Showtime is trying to get rid of all the boxing, because Andre Ward and Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes, they now own Showtime Championship YouTube boxing channel. So Andre Ward is doing content on there. So they not on that. I don't know if Brian Custer, I know he doing ESPN right now. I don't know if Brian Custer gonna come back with the Last Stand podcast, or he gonna change to something else and just let it sit there, or he gonna keep doing it. But as of right now, Showtime don't want no affiliations with boxing. Sold off their pages, so sold off the website boxingscene.com. So yeah, Kennard Salute said Turkey out here doing the Lord's work for real. He is. And they still gonna find a way not to fight. It just boiled down to a lot of these dudes simply just don't want to fight. And that's what it boiled down to. They all think if I wait, I wait, I wait. You got Mayweather telling people, take the easy fights. Nah, man, take the hard fights while you're young. That's why they tell you when you're young, you go into some of these jobs and some of these factories, what they tell you. Take the overtime now while you're young. Take the overtime now. Because once you sit there so long, your salary should go up. So you don't really need the overtime like that. But then you see all these people, these older people, they eating up all the overtime when they don't need to. That's why you see all the older people, holding up all the good jobs. Real talk. You see all these old people holding up all the good jobs, taking all the overtime. A lot of these young guys can't come up in, or young men and women can't come up in the at the job. Same thing, in general with women. If women stayed at home and they chose just to be stay-at-home wives and girlfriends and all that type of stuff, the job market will be plentiful. The job market will be plentiful. We'll all be able to afford the American dream, but they shooting everything up. Land shooting up. Shit they can own, like property taxes shooting up. Like, that's something that they literally can control. Like, you can kill the property tax, you can kill the interest rate.
They really trying to really make people suffer over here. And that's why you see a large contingent of people getting remote jobs and going overseas. And now you see people like, all right, I'm gonna go be a truck driver and shit like that. Get a little spot, you know what I'm saying? Little spot I ain't gonna never be at. I'm gonna live in my truck, little cheap ass apartment, make my 70 to 100 grand a year, and just shit, And my overhead gonna be low as hell. My overhead gonna be super duper low. I barely there, so shit. Do I really need internet? Really need lights? Nah, everything should be low. So you see guys really just going across country, traveling, driving on trucks. You got people doing into the box truck industry, the expedite industry, with the sprinter vans, and they just living on the road for the most part. Come home to a little spot, save all your bread, be Gucci. Most of these companies paying for your meals, paying for your room and board. If you need it while you're on the road, it make a lot of sense. You got people that sleeping in their cars every night because they can't afford rent, and they no politician is bringing nothing up about it. You got gangs taking Venezuela's gangs taking over, apartment complexes and all that type of stuff. It's unfortunate out here. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. I'm telling y'all, we all gonna have to be under one roof again. 3 or 4 generations under one roof, and I think that might be the best way to bring back the communities. Might be the best way. Everybody live under one roof. Get y'all a nice size crib and 2 or 3 bathrooms. Pay that crib off. That's what Arabs do. Live to their parents until they get their credit established, and they keep it moving. So, um, but but yeah, that's all I pretty much got, man. But I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna do the NFL. I'm gonna hop in the shower, do the NFL preview show, and then that'll be. I might do a review after the game. Who knows? So, but yeah, I'm gonna do an NFL preview show in about an hour. Probably not even an hour. Hop in the shower, come out, preview show. And I might cover the Ravens and the Chiefs if I'm still up. I appreciate y'all, man. Don't forget to check out the Patreon, free for 7 days. Do me a favor, go out there, check it out. Lowest $10, as high as 15. Hit the link tree. Check me out on Instagram, Spotify, Facebook. Support me over there. We monetize over there. Check me out on X. Should be monetizing over there pretty soon. Want to support the channel? Shout out to Ranji, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me everywhere. Peace. First link in the description.